Sure. ויגדלו הנערים, ויהי עשיו. כל זמן שהיו קטנים. David, ביו. He doesn't want to read. Now he's going to listen. Parashat is going to listen. Says Rashi, why the Torah says Yaakov? Oh, Yaakov. It says, and the children grew up. The children of Yaakov, Esav, grew up. Esav did not behave. Rashi says, why you tell me they grew up and Esav didn't behave? Look what Rashi says. כל זמן שהיו קטנים, whenever the children were small, לא היו ניכרים במעשיהם. They're both very sweet. They were very cute. You know, Hitler was very cute when he was a baby. Stalin was also very cute when he was a baby. He didn't grow up with his mustache. Their children, they're all, and when they're babies, they're all good. Question, what's going to be tomorrow? What's going to be the future? So it says, when do you recognize the child's behavior? When he grow up. That's what the Torah says. Vayigdelu hane'arim. The children grew up. Vahi Esav. Now Esav showed that he is Esav. ואין אדם מדקדק בהם. מה טבעם? כיוון שנעשו בני 13 שנה. When they, says Rashi, it was clear that this tzaddik and the second one was Rasha. At the age of 13 years old. This one goes to Bet Midrash. And the second one, Esav used to go to Avodah Zarah. Kino, ברחוב. Where the popcorn is. יודע ציד לצוד ולרמות את אביו. בפיו. Esav used to know how to trick his father. You hear, Kikiro? Esav knew how to trick his father.
Oh, yeah.
How? Rashi says, he says, "Ach me'asrin et hamelach." Abba, how do we make 10% on the salt? You know, on the fruits we give 10%. On our income we give 10%. On the salt, that doesn't grow from the ground. How do we give 10% on this? כסבור אביו היה שהוא מדקדק במצוות. He said, wow, look at my child, kakoi tzadiko. He's asking how to give 10% on the salt. kakoi tzadik. איש שדה, says Rashi, כמשמעו אדם בטל, וצודה בקשתו חיות ועופות. What is Esav called? איש שדה, the man of the field. Why is he the man of the field? Because how he used to make a living? Hunter. Whole day, Rashi says, he's sitting. хочешь кушать? Все, готово, иди кушай. Used to be so professional. He wants to eat, boom. Listen, people had to work all day in order to eat. He's one thing he does, boom. He has a whole meat, cow, что хочешь кушать. It says because of that, he had so much time in his hands and he didn't use his time wisely. When you don't use your time wisely, when you have free time, Yetzirah is going to right away give you shtuyot coming to your mind. Моя жена не так, как думал, рабай. Мой дом не тот я взял. Мой бизнес не такой хороший, как я думал. Every single complaint in the world, every single second thoughts about his life is coming when? When a person is bored. Who was like that? Esav. And for boredom, he says, let me do something about my life. And then he goes and does shtuyot. He goes and he starts with women. He goes and he's cheating people. He goes and does something. Мне скучно. Dinam zichshu Rabbi. That's what Rashi says. Adam batel. Chota batel. Das page. Das page. Batlan. Das page. Tam. Eno baki bekol ele. Says Yaakov was not a tricky guy. She'eno harif leramot. He was not sharp to be tricky. He says a person that is not like that, karui tam. He's considered to be tam person. Yeshev ohalim, and he was sitting in the tents. You hear? What's his name, your friend? Shlomo, no? Solomon? Yosef John. Yaakov Avinu did not go to one yeshiva. He go to two yeshivas. One yeshiva of Shem, another yeshiva of Ever. Do you know why you have to go to two yeshivas? There is the same Torah you have in this yeshiva. You have the same Torah in this yeshiva. Why he has to go to two yeshivas? So listen, Rabotai, to this. their name, Shem, Ever, was not simple names. Просто его позвали Shem, второго назвали Ever. No. The word Shem teaches you the Shemot HaKodesh. He used to know the holy names. You know, when Eliezer went to Lavan to get Rivka, it said Lavan wanted to, why he ran to him? He said he ran to him, wanted to kill him. Because all the jewelry he gave to Rivka, he said probably has much more jewelry on the camels. 10 camels he came loaded. So what stopped Lavan from killing Eliezer? Там 10 было Mercedes, полный золото. It says whenever Eliezer sees Lavan wants to kill him, he picked up, he said Shem, he picked up all the 10 camels and himself on the air. Lavan saw this, he said, wow, with this person I'm not messing up. Where Eliezer knew this Shem? Where did he know the Shemot HaKodesh?
From Shem.
From the yeshiva of Shem. What was the second yeshiva? Ever. What is Ever in Hebrew? Passing over. How am I passing over? Limits in life. I'm in Olam HaAsiyah. I want to pass over to Olam HaYetzirah. I want to go over to Olam HaBriyah. I want to go over to Olam HaTzilut. How do I fly? My limit in the body, I cannot come out of my body. Ever learned the Torah telling us, Bechor, how are you able to come out of your body to the next world? Do you know that? Rabbi Milubavitch one day meets Rabbi Kaduri. Yosef, you know Rabbi Kaduri? Huh? Rabbi Kaduri, знаете? В Израиле, был большой хахам. He lived, I think, 108 or 110 years old. He passed away.
Wow.
Rabbi Kaduri. Big Kabbalist был в Израиле. Большой. My father used to be by him many times. He used to say, Ben Bait. You know Ben Bait is like daily over there. One day, Rabbi Milubavitch and Rabbi Kaduri, they meet each other. Comes all the Etsy photography, pa. And they look at each other like they knew each other for a long time. Rabbi Milubavitch, America. Rabbi Kaduri, Israel, Yerushalayim. There was no Facebook, it was at video calls. They say, rabbis, you look like you know each other. So of course we know each other. Where do you know each other? It says whenever we go upstairs to decide certain things for people. He says, whenever I go up, I see him coming down. Wow. Whenever he goes up, I see him is me coming down.
Wow.
And same thing used to be with Baba Sali. Their neshamot was able to go out of their body. How do you do such a thing? It says that was the yeshiva of Ever. Ever? To pass over. La'avor. What is Abraham called? Abraham? Ha'ivri. Why is Ha'ivri? He was able to pass over everybody on the Avodah Zarah side. Abraham naftarus toruma. He's passing over. How do you say pass over in Hebrew? Over. Этот root слово, этот корень слова over, что будет? Ever. Who learned all the secrets of how to use the holy names and how to pass over to the next world? This was the two yeshivot that Yaakov Avinu was learning by. Yaakov was Yoshev Ohalim. Не в Yeshivу он учился, а в Yeshivi он учился. Так Rashi говорит. He was learning Yoshev Ohalim. Aholo shel Shem ve'aholo shel Ever. Two yeshivas that he was going to learn by. Before you understand.
Those 14 years or different?
It doesn't say how long.
אמר לו, והנה הוא עומד על הגמלים. אין בעברית עומד על הגמלים, הוא צריך להיות כאילו עומד. אינגליש או רש"י, ידעת תמיד את השמות הקדושה.
Eliezer, it says, what was the proof that Lavan saw Eliezer flying? It said Lavan wanted to kill Eliezer, steal all his jewelry. So as soon as Eliezer sees that, he was flying over the camels. So it says in the Torah, he says in the Torah, "Vehu omed al gemalim," and he's standing over. Yosef, you hear? He was standing over the camels. Eliezer. How was Eliezer standing over? No, standing over them.
Flying over.
Flying up in the air.
If a balloon right now is above your head, and I'm saying, Yosef, can you get this balloon? Yosef, can you get this balloon? Huh? I say, where is the balloon? I'm telling you here, over your head. Right? So it means it's above you. It says Eliezer was over the camels. On его было имя. Поднялся. Back in the day, Rabotai, you know, Aladdin, Paladin, all this type of things, that people fly on carpets doing all those things. We used to do this all the time. Я серьезно говорю. We used to know all these things.
Had a carpet, right? Original thing?
Abu Hatzera. Yeah. בפיו, בתרגומו, בפיו של יצחק מדרשו, בפיו של עשיו, שהיה צד אותו מרמהו בדבריו. ויזד לשון בישול והוא עייף. It says, Bechor, there is one place. Torah says that somebody was tired. One place. Torah says somebody is tired.
Hey, shake it.
Yosef John, you hear? One place in the whole Torah, Torah says somebody is tired. When? Esav. Esav came back from the field. Torah says he did that day 3 capital violations, the biggest ones.
Killed Nimrod.
He raped a married lady, and he did avodah zarah. He went to the churches and he prayed to their idols. 3 in the same day, na'ara morasa,
Nimrod убил.
which the highest level of death. Эти все 3 вещи в один день. Esav. Torah says, and he came back tired. Says, what makes a person tired? Sins. Грехи, которые человек делает, он делает его уставший.
Так что не засыпайте.
And he himself, after a while, he's doing those things. He says, I'm tired of it. עליתני, אפתח פי ויושפוך הרבה לתוכו כמו שנים, אין פוסין, אבל מלעיתן אותו. Esav says, I'll open my mouth. I have no patience to eat, to chew. ירוק, открою, ты... רבותיי, sometimes, Arizal says when you eat, you break the klipot that there is in the food. Why we have to chew, do you know? Why you have to chew, do you know? Whenever you're chewing, you're breaking midat adin. The shinaim are doing betisha, it's called in the Mekubalim.
Grinding.
You are elevating holy sparks there is in the food up. Holy sparks there is in the food up.
Глотать нельзя.
How do you say in Hebrew the word tie down? Do you know?
Акида.
Asur.
Асур?
Yeah.
Асур?
How do you call это тюрьма? How do you say it?
Jail.
Prison. How do you say in Hebrew? Bet Asurim.
Bet Асурим?
The house of the tied down. What is the word Asur? Do you know? Asur means tied
It
down.
was not allowed.
What's tied down? What is mutar in Hebrew? Untied. Here you have the Israeli friend over here. Ask him, how do you say open this? Tatir et ze. You have kesher, you have a knot. You want to untie the knot. Yosef, how do you say in Hebrew untie a knot? Tatir. How do you say, is this untied already? Haim ze mutar? So what is the term of the word mutar means? It's untied. Who ties and unties? They said there are certain foods that we are allowed to enjoy the nitzotzot HaKodesh there is in the food right now. That's what's called mutar. It's open to you. And there are other foods that their tikkun is not reached yet. So it's tied by the klipa. What is that food called? Asur to you.
Like Chazir, right?
That's why Bukhari says, move Osur. But Osur Akjoma, Osur. Yaakov, слово Osur Akjoma. Вот это вещь запрещено, right? Osur. Where we got it from? So says the Torah, слово Asur is from the word tied down. Who tied it down? There is holy sparks inside this that it's tied down currently. We're not allowed to reveal them. That's why you're not allowed to eat them. That's why Yaakov, if you want to stay healthy, You have to take out as much as possible the sparks out from the food. Elevate them back to their original place upstairs. How do you do that? Жевать. What did the doctor say? You want to be healthy? Chew, chew, chew. Why? Because if you will not chew, you right away swallow it. You did not untie the ницоцот акдуша back to its place. Значит, что ты сделал? Весь этот говорит, тума, которая окружила, ты занес сюда. You put it in your system. And then what happens? You're not healthy. Why? Full of garbage inside, tum'ah inside your stomach. Yosef, you understand the deepness, the depth of it? And doctor says, потом, слушай, у тебя живот, что-то проблема, there is certain things going on over there. Why? What did I do? You're not chewing. When a person is eating, he must chew. Who did not want to fix ניצוצות הקדושה? Esav. When Esav comes to Yaakov, what do you say? Why not Levi? I don't want to chew. I don't want to make holy things in the world. Says the Arizal, when a person is praying, is able to reach, listen to this. Chokhmah bina dat. If you look at the Siddur, you smell it? Magen Abraham. What's the first sphira you have in mind? Chokhmah. So, where is Keter? Keter is higher than Chokhmah. Says Keter you do whenever you put food in your mouth. When you pray, you take out air from your mouth. When you eat, it's even holier than you pray. But that's whenever you're eating and you chewing, you said bracha, your food is kasher, you said, people said amen in your bracha. You reach, it says, the sphira of Keter. You were able to untie the nitzotzot HaKdusha that is in the food. How do I untie it, Rabbi Joe? When you said the bracha, whenever you had in mind the kavanot supposed to have, whenever you ate kosher food, and you were chewing. According to Mekubalim, you're supposed to chew 32 times b'chosh. Metonet. Metonet. 32 times. We give you a discount. If you chew 15 times, also kasher. But we must chew, Rabotai. The more you're going to chew, the healthier you will be. The less stomachs you will have because you will eat less. You know, the doctor said, the more you chew, the less you want to eat.
Yeah.
The more you chew, the less you want to eat. You ate half of the food, успокоился, уже я сытый. You said, listen, I used to finish the whole angry before. I only ate half. How am I full?
Because he gets tired.
Because you're chewing so much. You're chewing it. You're releasing the kedusha stronger. You don't need the tumah inside your stomach. И жирный не стаешь, и болезнь не стаешь, холестерол не встает, сахар, all the problems go away from you. Почему? Because you're chewing the right way. Вот это Эсав не хотел сделать. Что он говорит Якову? That's how, Rabotai, be patient whenever you eat. Chew the food well and stay healthy for 120 years. Baruch Adonai le'olam.